Good afternoon, GCC family. Pastor Billy here with your daily devotional. And we are in John chapter 13 today. We're starting John chapter 13. We've been through the first 12 chapters in the book of John. And man, we started this, what was it, in March, and we're in May now. And we've just been slowly going through the Gospel of John. And I'm so glad that you guys have been watching these, and reports I've gotten back that people are encouraged by them and are enjoying it, and it's helping them. And I hope and I pray that this is helping you grow in your relationship with God, helping you grow closer to Him during a difficult time. And let's just continue to do that. We are going to begin now, John chapter 13, and really we're going to see Jesus is preparing His disciples, His closest disciples, the 11 that are closest to Him. One of them is about to betray Him, and really He's preparing those who are going to really lead the church and go and do the great commission that Jesus gives them to go and make disciples of all nations. And so He's preparing these 11 men for His death ultimately. And so we're going to see how He does that in the next few chapters until He's arrested. And so John chapter 13, verse 1, it was just before the Passover festival. Jesus knew that the hour had come for Him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved His own who were in the world, He loved them to the end. The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under His power, and that He had come from God and was returning to God. So He got up from the meal, took off His outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around His waist. After that, He poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around Him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to Him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." "No," said Peter, "you shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." Then Lord, Simon Peter replied, "Not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well." Jesus answered, "Those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean, and you are clean, though not every one of you." For He knew who was going to betray Him, and that was why He said, "Not everyone was clean." When He had finished washing their feet, He put on His clothes and returned to His place. "Do you understand what I have done for you?" He asked them. "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly, I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them." So Jesus, he does something that is so unexpected, yet so powerful. He washes His disciples' feet. And we see Him do this, and when He came to Peter, you see Peter saying, "No, you can never wash my feet." I mean, we have to understand, again, the context. I mentioned something about this a couple devotionals ago when Mary was pouring the perfume on Jesus' feet and wiping it with her hair, how feet in this culture at this time were the dirtiest part on someone's body. They were nasty, and the sandals were what they wore, not shoes that covered feet. And so they would be filthy and dirty. And Jesus is getting down there, and He is washing the dirtiest part of their body. The dirtiest part. I want you to think about that for a second. And you have to understand also that washing feet was a servant's job. It wasn't a master's job. Jesus was their master, their teacher, their rabbi. And He was washing their feet. The Messiah was washing their feet. Excuse me. And so this has a profound moment for the disciples, and you can see, and Peter says, "Don't just wash my feet, then wash every part of me." And Jesus says, no, you don't need that. You just need the dirtiest part washed. Just the dirtiest part. You don't need the whole thing because you've been with me. You just need the dirtiest part washed right now. And then he tells the disciples that he has set them an example for them to follow. He set an example for them to follow. And that they would be blessed if they would do so, if they would follow this example that he has set for them. Such a powerful picture when you read this. And man, it's so amazing to see Jesus, even though he was the Son of God, that he came and he washed his disciples' feet and just shows his character and shows who he is. And I mean, that's what he does for all of us, right? He gets down and he comes and he cleanses us, right? And the takeaway today is this, that I think it's important for us to remember Jesus doesn't mind getting dirty. And because sometimes I think we're a lot like Peter, where we say, no, Jesus, don't go to that part of us. Don't go to the dirty part of us. Don't go to the part that we're ashamed of a little bit, that we don't want you to see that part of us, Jesus. Don't go to that part. And Jesus saying, no, I want to cleanse that part of you as well. I want to go to the dirtiest part of you. I'm not just looking for the clean parts. I want the dirtiest part. I want to go and I want to cleanse that, is what he's saying. He wants to go to the places that we're ashamed of in us. The places that we keep secretive, that we hide, that we don't want others to see. That's the part. He came to get dirty. I mean, when you think about that, Jesus, he was born in a manger, right? In a dirty place. He doesn't mind being dirty. I think it's so important for us to remember that we don't have to keep him from the dirtiest parts. He wants to get dirty. He wants to get to the places that we're ashamed of and we try to hide. And I think it's the second part of this is that we shouldn't be scared to get dirty as well. We shouldn't be afraid to get dirty when we have to go and wash other people's feet, meaning help them become clean. Jesus told them, that his disciples, that he set an example. I think it's so important for us to remember that we're supposed to be servants. We're supposed to serve people. We're supposed to help people. We're supposed to love them and get down and do things that maybe others won't, because not everybody was washing people's feet, but Jesus did. And I think it's a great reminder for us today that we need to be willing to serve others. We need to be willing to get dirty a little bit, church. Church, I hope this encourages you today. I hope you go and you love on someone. You go and wash someone's feet today. No, you're not literally. If you want to, you can. But I mean that you look to help people and help cleanse the dirtiest place. Be willing to get your hands dirty a little bit. Thank you, church. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope this encourages you today. God bless you guys.